Hi, my name is Yasin Lev. Normally my video channel is in Bulgarian, but this video is in English because it's about United Group and the recent changes that happened actually yesterday, and there is a lot to cover and it's very, very interesting. So let's start with what actually happened yesterday, because I don't like using such big words as scandal, but actually what happened yesterday was a scandal because of the way it happened, because of the way it was announced, and the reactions of chief editors from United Group that actually published a statement supporting the ex-CEO and ex-chairman of the board, and asking prominent politicians, including the Ursula von der Leyen as chair of the European Commission, for support if the majority owner, BC Partners, would not support the independence of media. But let's start one by one. So what happened yesterday? Yesterday, it was announced that the chairman of the board of United Group, Dragan Solak, you see him on the screen right now, and the CEO, Victoria Boklak, have been removed, and there was a decision to put in charge two new people. They're called Stan Miller and Libor Vončina. Both of them, they have long CVs with a lot of experience in the telecom sector, and everything sounded kind of okay in the beginning when I heard about it, and then I tried to check the United Group website, and I didn't find the announcement there, which is strange, because normally when something like this is announced, it's on the website, and there is a change of the pictures of the people that have been changed, they are removed, and the new ones are there. Nothing like that. I waited till today when I saw actually that the names of the two guys are already there, but they have not provided pictures. So as you see, no pictures, only names. But yesterday, sometimes in the afternoon, it became even more interesting. As chief editors from United Group owned media, there is a separate entity called United Media, actually came out with a statement saying that they are worried about their independence because Dragan Solak was defending them, and they don't know what BC Partners will do in the future. My comment is that most probably those people were actually inspired by Dragan Solak and his team to do that, and this is quite, it's not a good idea to do, but anyway, they were probably called, asked to do it, and they signed, and their signatures, you see them on the screen. This is a sign that the things between the two main shareholders are not okay. Majority shareholder with something over 50% is BC Partners, and minority shareholder with 40% is Dragan Solak. Strangely enough, and I have made several comments about this, the minority shareholder was managing the company. And this was the situation even before, because the first partner in United Group was not BC Partners. It was an American investment fund called the KKR, quite a big one. So they were a majority shareholder, but as much of the business was in Serbia and ex-Yugoslavia, probably they decided that it's a good idea to have a local management team. And this continued after KKR sold their shares to BC Partners. But through the years, there was some, disagreements between BC Partners and Dragan Solak. BC Partners are represented by Nikos Stathopoulos. And this was more and more often to see after United Group acquired business in Greece. And now I will read to you a quote from Greek media, a website called in.gr. just small part of a big piece that probably will give you the flavor of the conflict. So in this article, I'm reading a paragraph that says, the paradox is that at the same time, in various private conversations, Mr. Stathopoulos is said to be unhappy with the way Solak is managing United. He speaks disparagingly of the Serbian businessman, criticizing his choices and accusing him of provincialism, of not listening and handling his business relations using Balkan methods, outdated and brutal. Nevertheless, he does not seem to be making an effort to take control of the investment in which he holds a majority stake. Okay, but that changed yesterday. So now Mr. Stathopoulos took over the control with CEO and deputy CEO, obviously proposed by him. You probably remember that last year there was an attempt to sell United Group, and actually in the beginning it was started with the desire of BC Partners to get out of the investment, but pretty fast it was clear that there was no interest to buy the whole company. And then there were rumors that there are separate candidates for separate assets of the company, and at the end some of the assets were sold, but the major assets in Bulgaria, Vivacom and Nova TV, and the Nova Group, which consists of telecom operators and TV stations in Greece, they were not sold. So they stayed with the group. But right now I want to read to you, because it's important, the press release about the sale of the assets, because it will tell you what was the situation then. So as you see, it's the title is United Group completes sale of SBB Serbia, Net TV Plus, and sports broadcasting rights for Western Balkans. So it says that confirms the completion of the sale of SBB Serbia to E&P PPF Telecom, as well as completion of the sale of Net TV Plus businesses and the group sports broadcasting rights for the Western Balkans, including Bosnia and Herzegovina, Montenegro, North Macedonia and Serbia, to Telecom Serbia. Here just to say that Telecom Serbia is state-owned. And I continue, these transactions were all completed in line with the provisions of the sale and purchase agreement signed on the 11th of February 2025. These transactions have combined enterprise value of 1.5 billion euro. These divestments mark significant milestone in the group's strategy to streamline operations and sharpen its focus on EU markets. As previously announced, the group will continue to own and operate its key media outlets in Serbia. And why I'm reading you almost the whole press release, because of the last sentence, and here it comes. Apart from the potential sale of Telemach Bosnia and Herzegovina and Telemach Crna Gora, Montenegro, the group has no plans to divest any of other assets in the near term. And I emphasize on the last word, near term. So the question is, what follows? If there will be sale of assets, further sale, or the new management will continue developing the business in some new way. It's a bit hard to guess, but I will put my money on that they will actually keep the asset for sometimes for several years, because if those two people, if they agreed to come on board, probably they came with the idea about a new strategy, and the new strategy will take some time. And also the other thing is that right now, in a situation which is geopolitically unstable, it's a good idea to own a stable asset as the telecom business. I'm not speaking that much about the media, the TV stations, because it's actually too small. There is no interest from international investors. If there is interest at all, I would expect this interest to come from local, politically motivated business people from Bulgaria and Greece, who would like to purchase the TV stations, websites, everything, just for political reasons to influence the politics in Bulgaria and in Greece. And about the telecoms, there is no interest, as you have seen during the procedure last year. There was only interest from Saudi Telecom and from the United Arab Emirates and from several big investment funds. Nobody from Europe was a telco operator, and the reason is very simple. Currently, the telco business goes through a phase of huge investments, first in 5G right now, and probably around 2030 will go to 6G. And there is a lot of investment, and there is not so much growth on the EBITDA side, on the profit. Although it's a stable business, it's not like finding a new artificial intelligence company and making billions of dollars. It's a good, stable business, and it's good as it was okay to own it during the COVID period. And probably I think it will be good to own it in the next several years. So I don't expect a fast sale of the assets. At the end, I want to say that probably what we can expect is some further changes both in the United Group top management and in the top management of all companies, mainly of course in Bulgaria and in Greece. And the reason for that is if so far Dragan Solak has appointed through Victoria Boklak all the people that are managing those companies, the new two guys that they actually don't have their people in place, and they will have to replace part of the current management, at least in order to have control. And this means, of course, on the positions like CEO, CFO, head of sourcing, internal audit, and so on. And just to summarize at the end, it's clear that Dragan Solak was removed from the management, and his CEO, Victoria Boklak, was also removed. But he is still a shareholder, and he will stay as a shareholder. There were rumors in the last months that if BC Partners will sell, he will ask for an arrangement where he will keep some of the assets for himself, like to be 100% owner. And there were publications about interest about Greece and the telco business. There was publications and speculations, probably I should say, that he has interest to be an owner in Bulgaria about Viacom and Nova TV. But so far, things are uncertain. I think that what is important right now is that there are two new people on top of the group, and we will see what kind of new strategy they will propose. And I'm almost certain that we will see further top management changes both on the group and individual company level in the near future. That's all from me. See you tomorrow.